Good evening and welcome to our Covenant Healthcare sponsored pregame show here on Bay County TV. Jeff Doan and Mike Wisdala along with you. Rivalry game just like in the first 2-3 minutes of the ball game. Emotion plays a big part.
Well, it really does, Jeff. And, you know, anytime you're playing that inner city rivalry, it is a big deal because you see everybody walking the streets after the game during the summertime. So you really want to put on a good show. And after you put on that good show, you get that victory. You got 365 days of strutting your stuff around town. So it's a big game. It really is.
Now, when you look at the John Glenn Bobcats, Wallaker is their scorer that they're going to look to that has to come up with the 15 or more points for John Glenn to be in the game tonight.
Yeah, you know, he's gonna be very important to the success of the Bobcats tonight, Jeff. And you know, then you look at other teammates. You know, we talked Job Long. He's been around forever. He's got that Kelly Trapuka. It's like he's been here for 7 years. So you look for him to lead the team and dish and dime. And if he can get double figures, 10, 12, maybe throw in 14 points, that'll be a big help for the Bobcats.
Third year on the varsity, but he's still only a junior.
It's crazy how fast those 3 years have gone by. But, you know, I remember watching him when he was a freshman, calm, cool, collected, and just plays with that composure and is a good leader on the floor and off the floor.
He is just a class individual. You know, he loves to spend time with the younger kids, too. And he's just like a young Torrey Jackson. He's a Pied Piper. And you love to see that interaction that he has in the hallways.
Well, you know, and I think that Torrey and him are kind of cut out of the same mold. They're good leaders, they're point guards, and they do a lot of similar things. And they probably, when you have a coach that's a point guard and a point guard like Job, that marriage is really special.
When you look then to Bay City Central, you start with a fourth-year senior point guard, Elias Ramirez.
Well, I'll tell you what, that young man has just gotten better over the years, Jeff. He's got great leadership skills right now. He's doing a nice job, and he can fill it. He can play defense. And, you know, his maturation over the last 4 years, he has really impressed me with how he's grown, leading his team and being a great player.
Now, when you watch the teams come out tonight, you said, wow, when you saw how big Marcotte has gotten. He's a legit 6'8", some say 6'9", and he's got the wingspan of a 7'47".
Well, you know, and I was looking at him, and he has grown. He's 6'8", 6'9". But then when you look at some other players, you got Marcotte, you have Elder at 6'6", and you have some other kids that are in Williams in that 6'5". So on that backside, like we talked about, if you do get beat on your defense on the outside, man, it's nice to have 6'8", 6'6", 6'5", helping you out if you do get beat.
Well, and you got Jacek as your fifth starter, and he's well over 6 foot as well.
Yeah.
So you definitely have people that can hit the glass. You've got kids that can hit the shot. Jacek has been that sporadic scorer for this team this year, kind of the X-factor kid on this offense.
Well, and I'm looking for what Coach Dube is going to be doing on the defensive end of the floor. I want to see these Central Wolves on the defensive end of the floor, how they get after it, how their foot movement is, how they talk on defense, how their post defense is. Because, you know, if you got that 6'8", 6'9", 6'6", you should be able to get those rebounds and get up and go. So I think the defensive tone will set the offensive tone tonight for the Wolves.
Well, you talk about wondering what the coaches are going to do. We'll be back in just a minute as we are going to hear from both coaches. It's going to be a quick one as we are running short on time, but we'll get words of wisdom from both as we inch our way closer to the beautiful game. It's the Bobcats and the Wolves on Bay County TV.
Ow, ow, ouch, my hip, my knee, my joints feel out of whack. Ow, ow, oh my, the pain, I can't take it anymore.
Good evening and welcome back to our Covenant Healthcare sponsored pregame show on Bay County TV. Torrey Jackson, the head basketball coach at John Glenn. Welcome, Coach.
Good to see you again, Joe.
It's good to see you again.
And we're going to have a quick shoot back to last year. When you first got this team, the one thing you said they needed to learn right away is to get into basketball shape.
That's it. Basketball shape was going to help our guys out, not only on the offensive end, making shots later in the game, but defensively, not making those mistakes, missing an assignment here and there, missing a rotation. Sometimes that happens because of fatigue. So guys are starting to find their rhythm now. It looks good.
After that first year, Coach, kids are in year number 2, getting used to your philosophy, your ways of doing things, and that's got to be spreading down to the lower levels also.
It really is. I just watched our freshman guys come back from 22 down. Guys are playing super, super hard. Our wins haven't showed, but I will say how we've been competing. The games that we lost this year probably only had 1 or 2 blowouts, but other than that, it's been a bucket or maybe 5 or 6 points. And then the games that we won, we just came off of a win at Midland, which is a huge win against a great coach. So guys are learning, they're playing well, and then we just continue to get better.
Well, Coach, unfortunately, we're strapped for time, but I call you the Pied Piper because whenever I see you over at John Glenn, the kids flock to you. You're just a class act, and we couldn't be happier to spend a couple of moments with you. Sorry it was cut short, but always a pleasure. Best of luck, not just tonight, but the rest of the year.
Thank you, guys.
Coach,
Thank you, guys.
good to see you again.
Always.
Good
Y'all
luck
have a
in
good
districts.
one. Thank you so much.
All right,
have a good one.
Back with our pregame show in a moment on Bay County TV.
At Covenant Healthcare, we lead with the most advanced technology. We lead with the most experienced, comprehensive medical and surgical teams. We lead with partnerships to teach our future doctors and with organizations who help us bring world-renowned care close to home. We lead because our patients are at the center of everything we do. Covenant Healthcare, extraordinary care for every generation.
Good evening and welcome back to our Covenant Healthcare sponsored pregame show on Bay County TV. Jeff Doan and Mike Wasdala along with the head boys basketball coach at Central, Coach Jordan Dube. Welcome, Coach.
Thanks for having me tonight.
We were just here last week, and when we left the arena, you were just walking out, and I thanked you for keeping the game so close because it was just a great and exciting game for everybody on TV and everybody in attendance.
Yeah, it always seems to be that way in a rivalry game against Bay City Western, and I'm sure tonight against Glenn will be no different. So,
Coach, one of the things that I'm going to be asking both coaches tonight in our pregame show is, with this crazy weather that we've been having, and it really throws a chink into the schedule. So, how have you and your kids been dealing with all this no school days and going forward with all this stuff going on?
Basketball is a long season, so we've dealt with our fair share of adversity this year. So our mindset is we got a tough district draw where we have to play 3 in 5 days. And we played tonight. We played tomorrow night against Bridgeport, a very, very good team. And then we have Saginaw High and Arthur Hill on Monday and Tuesday. So our perspective is just gearing up, ready for the state tournament. And if we can play, 3 games in 5 days, 4 games in 5 days, then that should get us battle tested and ready to go. So.
Third year with the program, first year as the head man here. Your team didn't come out of the chute as quick as you wanted, but you had a very welcome surprise midway through the season, and that has really helped your rotation and the success of your club since.
Absolutely. I mean, with Marcus being out the first 6 games, it was tough. We struggled on the boards and with our interior defense. And obviously, when you had 6'9" and a playmaker like Marcus, that's going to help out a lot. But to be honest, I think our biggest strides have been in the team defensive category. We've been holding teams in the 40s and 50s, and in order to win high school ball games, that's where you're going to have to kind of make your mark. So.
In that defensive philosophy, Coach, tell us a little bit about what you're teaching the guys in your philosophy, because you're not new to the program, but new to the philosophy. So what is your defensive philosophy, and why have you had such great success?
Well, I think the number one thing is keeping our opponents out of the paint. Playing in the SVL, you got a lot of playmakers, a lot of great ball handlers, and if you can protect the paint and close out on all the good shooters in this league, I mean, it's kind of tough to do, but that's kind of been our hallmark this year, and we're going to keep going with it. And if they do get by and we have 6'9" Marcus Marcotte waiting there, that's usually a good sign. And Brian Elder has also really improved his defense in his senior campaign as well. So.
Oh, yeah, and by the way, I think you got a pretty good floor general for your club, too.
Yes.
A guy that seems like he's in about his 8th year here on the varsity, but a great kid and a great leader.
Absolutely, and I'll take 8 more if everybody would give it to me. But, Elias is a great captain of this team. I think he's made a lot of strides this year in terms of being a true point guard and probably more what's going to be asked of him next year when he moves on to Northwood University. So we can always rely on him. His defense has actually really improved this year as well, along with his kind of taking on the role of a floor general. So we're excited to see what he can do to kind of close out his career.
Well, it's a pleasure to spend a minute with you. Wish you not only success tonight, but the rest of the season.
Absolutely. Thank you guys very much.
Thanks again.
Good luck in districts.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
Back with all the game action in just a moment, right here on Bay County TV.
Sports give so many opportunities to kids. It gives them an opportunity to see where they fit within a team, persevere, understanding how to work with different personalities. Those are the lessons that will make you a successful adult. As a mom, you have to have an understanding of what concussions are.
Concussions are things that are treatable. If we take care of athletes, they will be able to develop and have a long, happy, healthy life.
Good evening and welcome back. Jeff Doden and Mike Wasdala, and I told you it'd be short but sweet with both head coaches giving their words of wisdom on what should be a fun game tonight.
Yes. Straight to the point, right, Coach?
Indeed it is. Into the front court come the Bay City Central Wolves with an all-senior starting lineup. Marcus Marcotte says, no, we are going to have a clock violation to start the game.
Yep.
And we are going to inbound the ball out of bounds as the clock never started.
So we're going to play 8 minutes and 10 seconds.
Yep.
All right. That's okay.
Nope, they're going to take 10 off the clock and go with 7 and 50.
All right, the more the merrier.
Uh-oh, now the clock's going up instead of down.
Yeah, it's going the wrong way.
2-point shot, as they'll need to stop the activity and say that the clock is moving in the wrong direction, and they'll have to start it over again as we still have an issue. And the clock now is should be about 7 and 40. This is something that the officials haven't had to deal with a whole lot in their career.
You know, I don't think I've ever seen the clock go up. I've seen it stop and go down, but holy cow, I've never seen it go from 7:50 to 8 minutes.
Now,
That's
the other
crazy.
night, officiating at All Saints, I had something to cross off my bucket list as one of the kids from Carsonville Porcelain slammed in the pregame.
Oh.
And I looked over, and assistant coach Scott Trepkowski was eyeballing me right away.
There
He
you
goes,
go.
"You saw that, didn't you, Jeff?" And I said, "Oh, yeah. Had to start the game off with 2 technical
Well,
fouls
that's-
and possession."
That's the rule.
So one of the things that I haven't had to do yet in my officiating, and cross it off the list.
Marcus Marcotte with the first basket for the Bay City Central Wolves. Jeff, it was a deuce. They're up 2-0 here, 7:20 to go in the first quarter.
We're just beating that 5-second count. Akers trying to make it go with a nice little drop step to the hole. Can't get it to finish, as it is one and done. Strong to the hole, not able to finish. Williams can't finish the second time. And we're going to have Marcotte with a push in the back.
Yep, that'll be team foul number 1. Marcotte's first, Jeff. But nice job blocking out on Marcotte. You know, he's 6'9", but you just got to get your dupa into him and block him out, and he can't get over you.
He tries to just reach up over the top. There's Wallaker with a trifecta, tickling the twine. And there is 3 of the first of what he needs for at least 15. Elder goes back up top to Richard. Got that nice little Euro jump stop.
Yeah, that was
Piss
nice.
off the glass for the deuce.
Well, the Open's going to be smoking tonight, keeping score in this game, Jeff.
It is off to a great start. Played a minute and a half of the first quarter. Wallaker gives the ball to Marsh. Rookwitz. As the ball goes back up top. Trying to make things happen as Central has great defense. And we're going to have a jump ball. And off the alternate possession, it's going to go back over to the John Glenn Bobcats.
And ball call. Possession goes to John Glenn.
Inbounding the ball will be Mr. Everything, Joe Blong. Nice
a good
little
call.
roll to the hole,
That's
but
a good call.
forgot to put the orange on the floor before he takes off for the basket. This is a great veteran crew. Young Derek Washington is the youthful of the 3, but widely considered the best young official in the area. And he does a phenomenal job, just great court presence. Richard now is going to go baseline. Nothing there. So they try and force feed Elder, and great job that time by Rick Lefts.
Yeah, good defensive post defense there by the Bobcats, Jeff. Turnover over to the Bobcats. 4-3 Central with the lead early in the first quarter.
As they slide the ball around, Wallaker wide open for a 3 ball. Halfway down, can't get it to drop. Great job, though, by Austin Williams to make that a tough shot.
He's got a nice looking J, too, does Wallaker. I like the way he shoots the basketball.
Trying to go up top. Wide open. Williams for a 3 ball. Squares up the feet. Tickling the twine on the trifecta. That's a beautiful job by Elder. Gets a little help defense, senses it, kicks it to the open wing. Joe Blong goes to the hole, and we got a foul, and I don't know if that's going to go against Elder.
Well, and a nice job on there, Elder giving the ball to Williams, Jeff. Williams had a good opportunity. He had his feet set, had a nice target, got the ball right where he needed to shoot it and let it fly. That's getting a good pass is half the battle of getting a good shot off.
But I love the fact that Elder sensed that help defense coming and kicked it out to the open wing. That made it all work as the first of 2 from Joe Blong goes off the mark.
Yeah, you know, when you look at Brian Elder, Jeff, he's been up on the varsity a long time. That's the senior mentality. He knows it's coming. Good scouting, back outside for the good shot.
Second one. They're going to say his toe was on the line. They're going to wipe the second free throw off as well. So it's Central +4 with 5 minutes left in our first quarter. Richard back up top to Williams. Vachon had his hands on it. What a nice move by Marcotte, as he can't get the shot to drop.
Yeah, good patient defense right there by number 25, Jacob Ricklefs on Marcotte right there, Jeff. Didn't panic, and when Marcotte went up for it, he just kind of did verticality and did a nice job.
And Marcotte had a real tough angle, tried to use the old John Wooden special, the glass, but he came up a little short. As Wallaker thought about the long ball. Porter has that pass slapped out of bounds.
Very active on defense are the Bay City Central Wolves, Jeff. See, the hands are always active, feet are active. Nice job by the Wolves.
Daniel Wolfscheid into the ball game for the John Glenn Bobcats. And Prevost.
Prevost, another senior here on senior night at Bay City Central. Honored the seniors for the basketball team, the Poms, and the dance team tonight, Jeff.
Great to see. You got to love the tribute to the parents, too, that have really sacrificed much over time, too. Walshide tried to dribble penetrate. Joe Blong sends it into the corner. Rick Lefts gets it slapped. As Elder gets those big mitts up and shows some verticality.
Nice cut.
Not able to finish. Porter back up top will get it to Joe Blong, and he's very smartly says, we're going to reset the show with 3:50 left in the first.
That was great. Nice cut by Wallaker, Jeff. Just a little bit too strong.
And he could not get rid of that pass. Help defense came and really shut his path to the lane off.
Yeah, they were very, like I said earlier, Central's defense is very, very good, very active.
And coming into the front court, Williams is going to fake that he would get rid of that ball, and then we're going to have a foul on Rick Lefts, as Williams didn't realize that he had a chance to finish, and he passed it off.
That's Jacob's first personal team foul, number 1. Into the game is number 10 for the Central Wolves, Hayden Yachek. Out is number 14, that's Joshua Vachon.
As they slide that back in.
Yeah, I remember Yachek. He was a good shooter.
Oh, he can stroke.
He can fill it.
Richard gets it back to Williams. They find Yachek down on the baseline. He's looking for a seam. Not much there. Elder is going to go to the hole, and he forgot to put the orange on the floor as well.
Out of bounds to the Bobcats underneath, Jeff. 3:21. Wolves 7. Bobcats 3 halfway through.
As they're going to take it out on the side. Low-scoring first quarter, and that's just the way Tory Jackson likes it. But As you heard Coach Dube saying, his teams have only been given up in the 40s and low 50s defensively, so they have really put an emphasis on it. Waddicker with a long 3-ball, tickling the twine on his second opportunity from downtown.
Don't give him an opportunity to sit down. He can fill it. That's 2 3-pointers for that young man.
He gets in the gym and laces it up. He's in range.
He's in range when he goes out to the parking lot.
Just like his coach had that unlimited range.
Yep.
I watched Torrey in City League drop it from 28, 29 feet like it was a layup. Sliding it around right now. Williams had the little baseline, trying to cut down the middle. Great defense by John Glenn. Really have stopped everything Central tried on this possession. Joe Blong just gets caught. He was trying to slide one way, and Richard went the other way, and a little body contact picks up the foul.
Yeah, that's Joe's first team foul, number 2. A little bit of a stretch right there without Marcotte, but he comes back in the game. He'll go in for Elder. 2:27 to go in the first quarter. Been a very entertaining game, Jeff. Teams playing hard on offense and defense.
Jacek into the offense. Prevost nice underneath the Marcotte.
Back screen.
That's just too easy for Marcotte. Great awareness of where he was at on the court. Kiss off the glass, easy deuce.
I'll tell you what, if you're not talking on the back screen on defense, and that's what Jacek did with a back screen, and that's why Marcotte got open so easily.
Ricklefs
Good
gets
play.
it back to Joe Blong. Thought about the 3, sends it back over to Waddicker, and he's got 6'5" on him. How about the big fella going to the hole? Waddicker can't get it to finish, but I like the move.
Really nice job. He's got a quick first step, does Waddicker.
And that is going to go against Wolscheid, as he was just a half a step late getting there. And the contact forces the block call. Still only the third.
Martian, Wolscheid out for the Bobcats. $1:42 left to go in the first quarter.
Yep. Trying to set the feet to shoot. And again, good closeout defense by John Glenn. Thwarted that opportunity for the jump shot. $1.50 and counting left in the first. Trying to slide around right now. Porter's looking for somebody that's cutting. Ricklefs gets it in the corner. Marsh right now says, I'm not going to shoot the ball. I got 6'9" with a 7'47" wingspan guarding me. Ricklefs again. He's thinking about trying to dribble the baseline. He goes up, and the ball is tipped away by Marcotte again. It's really tough to beat him, Marcotte baseline, and then try and finish even with a backside shot at the hole.
I like what the Bobcats are doing, Jeff. They're taking it right at Marcotte, and they're gonna challenge him tonight. If you're gonna block it, maybe we're gonna get a foul and get to the free throw line. So I like the philosophy here in the first quarter for John Glenn.
Joe Blong sends that thing back, shot up and missed. Look at Marcotte just go up for it as Jonathan Marsh misses the shot. Jacek dribble penetrate, thought about it, and he's going to launch it up from 22 now. Off the back iron, fight for the rebound and the loose change. Prevost tries to send it back out to Richard, and it's kicked by Joe Blong.
Well, it's a tough rebound. That was almost behind the backboard, that rebound. Right in front of the Central High School student section.
39.7 ticks left in the first. Williams had that ball, try to go to Marcotte, triple team, though the ball tipped away into the hands of Joe Blong in the controlled transition. And we're going to have a reach in by Richard.
It's his first personal team foul, number 3 for the Wolves.
With 29 ticks left in the first. That thing is missed by Williams. He's going to line it up. Thought he might go for the slam, but he went for the kiss off the glass for the deuce.
Make sure you get the 2. Nice job by Williams getting those 2 points for the Wolves.
He's got 5 for Central here.
Yes, he does.
Down to 10 seconds, and an unforced turnover. Gives that ball back to Central with 7.8 seconds left in the first.
Yeah, plenty of time for the Wolves to get off a good shot. Coach Dube's calling out the play right now. Central will set something up.
Richard into the front court. They get it back to Marcotte, and he's going to pull up from 19. Off the buzzer at the end of one. It's 11-6, Central by 5. Back in a moment for the second quarter on Bay County TV. So your car is getting towed and you're not sure where to take it? Try Village Towing and Auto Repair. Our expert mechanics are here to help assist you with all your repair needs. We have over 30 years of experience with motor vehicles, so you know you're getting the best work that you can find. Stop by the shop at 2377 South Huron Road in Coquitlam, or give us a call at 989-684-9607. As we look, welcome back at the John Glenn Bobcats out of their huddle, down 5 after the first. And this low-scoring game.
Yeah, this is a little shocking that it's scoring this low, but again, both teams really solid on defense, Jeff.
And that's just kind of where things went in the first game of the doubleheader tonight. As Marcotte just pulls up free throw extension. Defense lags off him because they don't want him to penetrate to the hole. He goes, wow, you want to give me an open free throw extension? I'll bury it.
That was like shooting a free throw right there. 15 feet, nobody in your face. But, he makes that. Then they got to come out and guard him. Then he can take it to the rack.
Wallaker, he's got 6'5" on him defensively, and that makes it tough. But any place he is in the gym, he's in range. But he's really going to have to work to get his shot off. Joe Blong thought about the trifecta from 21. He's going to dribble penetrate, and that ball slipped out of his mitts. Allman going strong to the hole, and he travels as he lost control of the basketball.
Again, good solid defense by the Central Wolves. Very active, good feet movement right there, Jeff. 13-6, 7:11 to go here in the first half.
Looks like a little token pressure from the John Glenn Bobcats. Love the energy that Torrey Jackson coaches with. He is constantly working and talking to his kids and encouraging them. And Prevost doesn't have much there. Jacek's going to dribble penetrate. A nice look under Marcotte, and that is automatic. That's just too easy.
Yeah, when you get the ball down there that low and he's that close to the basket and he goes up with it, it's going to be very difficult to block. And he went up strong, Jeff, with both hands, and he got fouled, and he's going to go to the free throw line. That foul is on number 1, Troy Porter, team foul number 4.
Coach Jackson says, I need to talk things over with my troops. We'll take a break and be back in a moment on Bay County TV.
Where did this rash come from? Hold on, let me see. Could be bed bugs. Oh. Mom, Grant says I have bed bugs.
Let's see what the doctor says.
Introducing Covenant Virtual Care. Real-time video doctor visits, e-prescriptions, and follow-up. Now extraordinary care comes to you.
See, it's just poison ivy. Smart advanced.
Learn more at covenantvirtualcare.com.
Welcome back as we zero in on the voice himself. He just said thanks to those folks from Bay County TV. Right back at you, Mike Vincent.
Well,
we appreciate your efforts as well.
He said Mike was dialing Jeff, don't I? I haven't had top billing since we started this gig.
I'll tell you
I don't know what happened.
I think it's the start of something big. No, you just love the effort that Mike puts in, the passion that he has for what he does.
He is purple and gold through and through, my friend. He does a great job. Love hearing him during the fall. Live right down the street, and I can keep up with the JV games when he's doing those, when I'm listening on my porch.
Marcotte can't get the second one to drop, and we're going to have a foul. Prevost picking it up with a little push in the back. Both teams with 4 team fouls here at 6:50 left in the first half.
Central's going to stay in that tough man-to-man.
As Joe Blong sends it off on the wing. Walker's trying to manufacture a shot as Allman puts the shot up. Prevost with the pick in the corner. And here comes Jacek with a controlled break. Williams is looking to dribble penetrate as well. Comes back into the paint, flips it up. And we're going to have a couple of free throws. Team foul number 5 on the Bobcats.
Williams takes the foul in the paint. fouled on number 1, Troy Porter of John Glenn.
Troy Porter, his second personal, like you said, Jeff, team foul number 5. Williams at the line shooting 2.
And I love the way that Torrey just continues to teach his Williams as long with that first attempt. And it's like, boy, you know, you did it this way. If you'd have done it this way, you'd have been all set.
Yeah, and that's what coaches are, Jeff. The coaches are teachers, and they're teaching all the time, and just looking for that little edge to make some positive things happen on the floor.
Split of the 2 at the free throw line. 10-point lead right now for Bay City Central, as John Glenn has got 2 Wallaker triples, and that's all that they've been able to muster. That ball knocked out of bounds as Quincy Allman went to the hole, and the ball swept away as Joe Blanc will inbound the ball now for the Bobcats.
Bobcats need the basket right here, Jeff. They're kind of a little dry period, so a hoop right here would really, really help the Bobcats.
Rick Lefts slides that ball around back up top to Joe Blanc. Wallaker just can't find open spot on the floor. Rick Lefts is going to go to the hole, and he's going to be rewarded with a couple of free throws.
Fouls on Marcotte, Jeff, his second personal, team foul number 5. But I like the way Rick Lefts was taking it to the rack, took it with some authority. And again, we talked about it earlier, challenging the big guy from Bay City Central.
Rick Lefts with that first offering. First point in a while for John Glenn. Great to see they can get it back to single digits here, as Marcotte's going to sit down as Elder comes back in. So, you know, you still bring in 6'5" off of the bench to rotate Marcus Marcotte.
And Williams is out there, and he's at 6'5" also, Jeff. So, you know, they still have a little bit of height out there, and they're still a pretty good-sized team.
Look at Jacek. He's got to go against the double team. They get it over to Richard right now. Jacek says, I can bring that across the timeline. And it's a 10-second call. It's going to go the other way.
Central players are running down the floor with their head down, Jeff. So all they had to do is turn around, come back, get the ball in the middle of the floor, and break that press. 10 seconds is an eternity in basketball.
It went by quick. Joe Blanc with a nice penetration to the hole, and Cotton on the finish.
Big hoop for the Bobcats. Here come the Bobcats in the full court press.
Little 3-0 run for them. As the ball out of bounds. As number 2, DeMonte Thomas with his first activity of the night. Richard inbounding the ball. They get the ball to DeMonte Thomas, back up top to Williams. DeMonte says, I'll slide that thing over to Jacek. Great defense by Wallaker. And we are going to have a travel. And again, when you don't come down with both feet together, that's an easy call.
And he just kind of shuffled them off, and the referee was right there, saw the whole thing. Good call.
Joe Blanc going for 2 for 2. Beats Richard to the hole with a kiss off the glass. Nice little reverse there. The last 4 points of the game, and the last 5 actually by John Glenn, but the last 4 by Joe Blanc.
Yeah, nice job by Joe taking the rack the last 2 times down the floor, Jeff. We talked in the pregame. Double digits by him is a good thing for the Bobcats.
DeMonte going to the hole. Can't get it to finish. Coming down the floor is Wolfscheid. And that ball goes off of the knee of the Bobcats, and we'll go back over to Bay City Central. And it looks like Coach Dube needs a timeout. We'll take a break and be back in a moment on Bay County TV.
Hi, I'm Zoe, and today I'm here to change your outlook on becoming a referee. Sometimes being a referee can be hard work, but I'm here to tell you that the positives far outweigh the negatives. Just think of the impact you could have on the younger generation, the laughs you could share, and the lives you could change. There's an unofficiated game that needs you.
Back here, look at the big trifecta down there. Tom Sullivan, Tom Baird, and Rocky all in the same spot. There can be many things to be said about those three.
Well, nothing said is the best way to go. Good group of boys right there.
Indeed, they are.
Hall of Famer Tom Sullivan.
Yes, he's in our fraternity.
Yes, he is. Yours fraternity, not mine.
And the best MC in the neighborhood. Joe Blong trying to make it happen again. That ball tipped, and he jumped, tried to get that ball saved, and that would be Jacobs, but he stepped on the line before he jumped.
Here comes the Bobcats. This is a little 1-2-2 three-quarter court. It's been working pretty good for the Bobcats, throwing the Wolves down so they can't get up and go.
It's just a tempo changer.
Yeah, yep, that's all it is.
Elder trying to go strong to the hole. Good defense. There's Austin with a great cut from the backside down the paint and a finish.
Yeah, that was a nice cut by Williams going to the open spot on the floor. Good look by the player to give him the ball. And the easy basket for Bay City Central.
Wolfside back to Joe Blong. He's got the last four for John Glenn. Nice step back with a deuce. What a beautiful play from 15.
Yeah, great patience by Job right there, Jeff. Just kind of set him up, couple jab steps and little fade away, and big basket again for the Wolves. He's got 6 in a row.
Joe Blong with a near steal as they send that thing back. Look at DeMonte Thomas wide open for the 3 ball. That's off the mark. Fighting for the loose change. Richard Glass touched the ball. Nope, they're going to say it's off Wolfside.
Yeah, Wolfside did a nice job blocking out right there, Jeff. And he had his hands on the ball, but he just tipped it out of bounds. But he's really getting big, getting strong, getting that big base and getting the butt into the legs of the guy behind him. That was a nice block out.
As they try and go underneath. They tried to send that ball into Williams. Ball tipped away by the defense. Richard will again inbound with 3:01 left in the first half. Hayden Jacek back up top to DeMonte Thomas. Williams deep on the right-hand wing.
Well, I love watching Rick Leffs and Elder going at it down low. They were really trying hard to post each other up. Good post defense, good post offense. Referee let him play too.
5-point game right now. Joe Blong, he's trying to take over this game. Sends it off. Rick Leffs wide open for a 3 ball. Can't get it. Jacek with a great backside
good
rebound.
Good shot, good penetration,
Yep.
Good shot.
Ryan Elder with a spin move to the hole. Can't get it to drop it. How about that? That was fast. That first step to the baseline was quick.
Boy, I tell you what, that was a nice spin move right there by Elder, Jeff. Wow.
He's going to earn 2 at the free throw line. First one a little bit strong.
Foul was on Rick Leffs. His first personal, team foul number 6 for the Bobcats.
Second free throw attempt. Gets 4 pieces of iron. Can't get it to drop. Still down 5 with possession. The Bobcats hanging around in this one.
That's all they got to do.
Joe Blong sends it back. Wolfside thought about dribble penetrating. Wadeker gets it off the top from a screen. That's the look you wanted.
Yeah.
Williams couldn't get through the screen. Trying to send that ball underneath. The ball kicked. Jacek was trying to send that thing down to Williams, which would have been an easy basket had they been able to get it done.
Yeah, that was a nice job by the referees. They conferred on that, Jeff. And the baseline officials said, where do you want? And they said, we're going to go underneath the basket. So always like it when the referees are talking with each other and they let the kids play.
Make an imaginary triangle from the corner to the top of the key. Anything inside that is going to go down on the baseline. You know, there's a few inches where it differs from that, but that's just kind of a rule of thumb for you. As another good look from Central comes up dry. So Wolfside thought about the long 3.
Marcotte back in the ball game for the Bay City Central Wolves.
Rick Leffs with a nice job by Elder to cut him off. And Wallaker has that ball tipped away. Elder down in the prayer position, being able to get the ball to Jacek. Marcotte's triple teamed, and they're going to look to skip. Richard comes and takes an errant pass back down with $1:20 and counting left in our first half. Williams is going to look to penetrate. Wolfside knew exactly what he was going to do and cut his path to the hole off. Jacek again trying to make it happen. There it is. When you beat that, Marcotte gets it in. And then I think that they're going to get Porter with another foul. And he's got multiples now in the first half.
He's got 3 fouls. But, you know, his good post defense, Jeff, he just missed that by inches. He had the right position, but it was just a really perfect pass for Marcotte. He makes the basket. He's going to try to go to the free throw line for the three-point play the old-fashioned way.
Oh, that's a thing of beauty. As Marcotte, again, once the defender can't get to that ball, he can finish with the best of them.
That was a good pass. You know, the defense was right there, but that was just a good pass.
Shot is up and good.
Big fella's got a nice touch at the free throw line.
And the big fella's going to go out. He's got 2. He's got about a minute and a half of floor time. And
that's all he needed.
Coach Dube says, I'm going to pull you out before number 3 might happen. And that's just a great way to end this last minute of the first half.
A little bit of rest at halftime. Nice call.
Back to 8 points. Wallaker wide open for a 3 ball. Rolls off, unable to finish. With a power move that time by Jacobs. Elder again trying to go to the hole. The defense had seen that. And
you got a technical foul on somebody.
I don't know what was done or said. As they'll talk things over right now. It had to have been verbiage. There was nothing physical that you and I saw.
No. I think it was called on Elder. Don't know what happened, but team foul number 6 for Bay City Central. At the line for the Bobcats is number 23, Gabe Wallaker.
Wallaker's going to have a chance.
This big hoops right here.
Yep, these are big points because you got possession along with it. Oh, the first one off the front iron. Second free throw attempt forthcoming. He's going to make this one.
There you go.
Split of the 2 at the line. In possession, always mid-court. Opposite table after a tee. As Brian will go over to the bench. As Joe Blong with 32 seconds left. They're down 5 right now. I wouldn't be shocked they take the last shot of the half.
Bobcats hanging around.
You got to love it. As Wolfside gets the back to Rickliffs. Sliding it around. Wallaker wide open for a 3 ball. Tickles and Twine with 14 seconds left in the half. It's a 2-point game. Richard gets his path cut off to the hole. Jacek with 3 seconds left. They got to get it up. Williams going strong to the hole. Puts the shot up. Can't get it to drop at the half. It's 21-19. Central with a 2-point lead. Back in a moment. We'll recap the first half. We'll also set the stage for the second half right here on Bay County TV.
Over the years, he's put his heart into being your dad. He was always there to fix things. Now that he needs help, don't lose hope. Covenant Center for the Heart is leading the way in minimally invasive heart options for inoperable or high-risk patients. With the first and most comprehensive structural heart disease program in the Great Lakes Bay region. It's extraordinary heart care, close to home.
Good evening and welcome back at the half. Jeff Doden and Mike Wisdala along with you. John Glenn stuck on 6 for the longest time in the first half. They're just hanging around, and they've built it back up, or they're only down by a deuce.
Yeah, they scored 13 points in that second quarter, Jeff. Got it to 21-19. And really, I think what was the big difference was John Glenn came out in that little, 1-2-2, three-quarter court pressure, but nothing really serious, just to slow the Wolves down, and it was very effective. Got them right back in the basketball game.
Joe Blong dribble penetrating in the second quarter, I think, was the difference in the second quarter.
6 points in a row for Job. Did a nice job, and that really kick-started the offense for the Bobcats. And again, when you score, you can get into that 1-2-2 three-quarter court trap and slow the Wolves down, and that's what was the most effective part.
Marcotte for Bay City Central. When you get him the ball in the right spot in the low post, it's near impossible to stop him.
With that wingspan, he can go up so strong, Jeff, and he's got double digits here in the first half. We'll check on how many. I think it's 12 is what he had. He had a nice game, and they did a nice job on defense. They shut him down, but the Bobcats just kind of hung around a little bit. And Coach Jackson's in the locker room said to the kids, "Hey, you know what? We got down. We're all right. We hung around. We got it within two. We're in good shape."
It is just going to be a fun second half. We'll be back in just a moment with all the second half action right here on Bay County TV.
AAA Transport and Limousine is the Great Lakes Bay region's most reliable and requested transportation service. For over a decade, we have been helping our clients to get to their destination on time, in style, and comfort. AAA's services include non-emergency medical transport, wheelchair accessible, school transportation, and shuttle services. We strive to provide exceptional customer service and tailor our fleet to meet your individual needs. Rest assured that you are in safe hands when you ride with AAA Transport and Limousine. To set up your next appointment, give us a call at 989-893-8294.
Back here to start the second half, Jeff Doan and Mike Wisdala along with you as John Glenn's going to have their hands on the ball first. As Rickliffs is going to send that back into the floor. General's hands. Joe Blong, he's got Elias Ramirez on him. He has got instant pressure. Look at the job going to the hole. Bodies up on Elias. Drop, step past him to the hole and kiss off the glass. He's got 8. What a thing of beauty.
Boy, point number, that's right, 8 for Joe Blong underway. We got us a tie ball game here at Bay City Central. Just the type of game we thought we were going to have.
Richard Strong to the hole with a deuce.
That's nice. He kind of pulled up a little bit. Somebody from the Bobcats was there for a charge. And Rickliffs was right there, but a nice pull-up right there by the Bobcats.
As Joe Blong sends that ball back. Dribble penetration. Shot is missed, and here comes Ramirez. On the controlled break, he's going to look to finish. He had a tough angle to the basket. And the rebound comes down to Marsh. Joe Blong into the front court.
Going to do that little Xavier Simpson little baby hook from the left hand.
As that ball gets tipped back, beautiful job back to Porter standing there saying, "Give me the loose change. I'll drop it in the hole for a deuce," and we're tied at 23.
Well, this is going to be a great second half. Kids playing hard.
As they're moving around, Richard again almost had Wallaker pick his pocket. Marcotte inside. That double team comes late. Ramirez going strong to the hole. I'll tell you what, Marcotte with his recognition knew that he had somebody cut into the paint, gets a deuce.
Well, that's what you do when you see the double team coming. Somebody's got to cut to the basket, Jeff, and Ramirez saw that lane, and a nice feed by Marcotte.
And he was able to finish.
Yep.
Wallaker wide open for a three ball. Tickle in the twine from downtown. 4th triple of the night.
When I tell you what, when he can sit on it and look at it, he's one of the best shooters around. Good hedge by Rickliffs.
But then they kind of left Marcotte underneath. Marcotte gets the deuce and one as he'll go to the free throw line and try and finish off the three-point play the old-fashioned way.
That falls on number 25, Rickliffs, his second personal team foul, number 1 for the Bobcats.
You know, Mike, when they're down there, you got to give that basket up. You cannot contest that basket and give them an and one.
Well, and you know what I like about Marcotte, Jeff, he's really patient when he gets the ball down there. He doesn't try to hurry, doesn't get frustrated, because he knows 2 or 3 guys are coming. He just takes his time. It's really impressive.
He does have great patience. Well, when you're 6'9" with that big, long wingspan, that doesn't hurt.
6'9" wingspan along, being 6'9" is pretty nice.
Joe Blong doesn't see much there as Elder cut the path to the paint off. Rickliff's trying to do a screen. Ramirez jumps through that screen. And Joe Blong tries to get Ramirez to slip him away. Nothing there. Rickliff's in the corner. And he's got Elder all over him.
A good movement on offense, making the Wolves play defense. That's okay. Make him work.
Wallaker got Williams on him. Strong to the hole with a kiss off the glass. Not able to finish. Williams is going to pick up the foul.
His first, team foul number 1. Nice job by Wallaker taking it to the rack, Jeff. Good patient on offense right there. You know, Bobcats aren't hurrying themselves. They know that they have to take their time, get that good shot, because they don't want to get into a running match with the Wolves.
They want to control the tempo, and they've done a nice job of that thus far.
They have.
Boy, Wallaker, one of his last 3 at the free throw line. Normally a very, very good free throw shooter. He'll have to make the second to get back to 50%. Nice.
Good looking stroke.
Yep. As, you know, when you look at his misses and they're double and triple iron, they're not just flopping off. As Ramirez had Rickliffs come out and hedge on him to make sure that they couldn't get to the hole. Marcotte goes underneath. He's double teamed. He sets it up. Marcotte's going back up strong to the hole. And that close to the basket, he's pretty tough.
Well, he's got a nice touch too, Jeff. When he goes up there, he just kind of puts it up there nice and soft and it rolls in. So, and he's strong. You know, he's a tall, lanky kid, but he's got some strength to him also.
He certainly has got great leverage for a big fella. Rickliff sends it back up top to Porter. Joe Blong deep on the right-hand wing. Joe Blong was ready to let the shot roll. Porter gets the shot up, and we got a foul on the play as Marcotte came out 20 feet from the basket and kind of blocked the sun there for a minute on Joe Blong. Realized he wasn't going to get that shot over the big 747.
Well, that foul's the number 12, Brian Elder. His third personal foul, team foul number 2. Porter at the line, first one up and good. You know,
nice, probably replace Elder. Yeah.
Right there, Joe Blong with a double team, but he found a gap and he stepped through it, Jeff, and found the open man. And number 1, Porter's going to go to the line with the free throw. So, you know, when you get double team, you have to be patient and try to step through it or try to find the open man.
Porter with the second of the 2. He splits at the line.
Here's that press. Worked very effectively at the end of the second quarter.
Williams gets the ball. Richard wants to take it strong to the hole. Puts it up. He's fouled on the play. And he'll go to the free throw line for a pair. That's a quick first step down the baseline, too. Very determined finish to the hole.
I like the way Landon's playing tonight. 6'1" guard. Went up with some authority. That team's foul was on number 1, Porter. That's his fourth personal.
Yep.
Second team foul here in the third quarter.
Richard first attempt is up and good.
Back into the game for the Bobcats, number 5, Nathan Jacob.
Jacobs back into the game, replacing Porter, as you just mentioned, with 4. He'll sit the rest of the third. Boy, Joe Blong comes from the second position of the Bobcats on that side, and he just slid down the lane, and the Red Sea parted, and he had himself a nice little easy rebound.
I didn't even see where he came from.
Joe Blong going strong to the hole. The ball tipped away. Here comes Elias Ramirez. He's got Jacek. Jacek short arms it, but the long wingspan of Marcotte puts it back up off the glass for the deuce. That's running the floor.
Yeah, hustling down the floor with that nice tip, Jeff, with those soft hands.
Playing an unforced turnovers. Marcotte's big, long stretch. Ramirez wide open for a 3-ball. That's off the mark. And that would have put Central up by 8.
That would have raised the roof on the barn here at Bay City Central.
Wolfshine's trying to get that ball inside. Wallaker just a little bit too anxious as Jacobs had vacated that spot on the floor. And an unforced turnover gives the ball back over to Bay City Central with 3:07 left in the third.
Looking down there, Coach Dube's calling a set play. Let's see what play this is and who this is set up for.
I bet if I had a guess, it's going to be number 1. And they tried to force the ball into him, and good defense tipped the ball away. Looked like Jacobs got his hand on the ball for the Bobcats. Joe Blong back up top. Strong to the hole. Now, when you're 6'9", verticality is all you've got to do. You cannot move your arms in, and he thinks he was up straight, but when your arms lean forward, that is just an easy call for the officials to make.
And Rickliff does a nice job of trying to draw those fouls. He's got that knack of getting to the free throw line. And, you know, that's a special art right there, to be able to draw fouls on guys bigger than you.
First of 2 free throws rattles home. And with foul number 3 on Marcotte, he's going to go sit down for a minute. As Prevost comes back into the game for him. Second free throw, you can tell that was going to be short.
It's short.
Ramirez comes to the middle of the floor. As they slide that thing down to Jacek, he's going to pull up with a little mid-ranger. Not able to get it done. One and done as Jacobs gets the ball quickly to Wolshy, or to Wallaker. Wide open for a 3-ball. That's the look he was looking for. Couldn't get the finish.
That wasn't a bad shot.
And we're going to have a timeout. Bay City Central. Coach Dube wants to call something up 4 with 2:21 left in the third. Back in a moment on Bay County TV.
Village Towing and Auto Repair of Kaukaulin and Bay City is here to help you in your hour of need with fast and friendly service. With over 30 years of towing experience, we know how to get the job done quickly and safely. From big to small, we do it all. Give us a call at 989-684-9607 for all your towing needs.
Back here on Bay County TV, looking at Bay City Central coming out of that timeout. See what Coach Dube's got for his stacked team here as they roll out of the timeout.
Sometimes you just got to call a timeout, see what's going on, see what kids are thinking, draw something up, and see if you can get a quick basket, Jeff.
Well, it could be a wide variety of things that kids are thinking at that age. Look at Ramirez in the middle of a triple team. Ball bouncing around. His strength finishes at the hole for the deuce. Central +6.
That was an impressive drive. He got hit. They didn't call the foul, but he really kept his chin on the rim and made a big basket for the Wolves.
Joe Blong going to pull up from 15, just off the iron. And here comes Ramirez again. He's got the stutter step to the hole, kissing it up off the high glass, a little too strong. And it's one and done again as the rebound comes down to the Bobcats.
That's a good-looking matchup between Joe Blog and Ramirez. We've watched that for a few years.
That's a couple of warriors.
Yes, it is.
Wolshy kicks it back wide open. Rick lifts for the 3, tickles the twine. He was squared up in the corner, and that was a huge play as well.
It was.
You bet.
Good penetration and a good pass right there, Jeff. Got it right to him so he could shoot the ball right in the shooting spot.
Underneath, they get the ball to Williams. He goes into the middle of a triple team, and he traveled first. As coming back into the game for Bay City Central is going to be Vachon. And with a minute left in the third, they're going to keep Marcotte on the bench till the start of the fourth quarter with those 3 personal fouls.
Have to.
As Rickliffs gets the ball back, Wolside wide open for a 3-ball.
Whoa.
Just a little off the mark.
That looked like it was going down from where our vantage point up here in the upper gym here at Bay City Central.
Up in Lay Hyper Gym, they call it. Oh, boy. I haven't been called Hyper in a while, but we're in the Hyper Gym. Ramirez coming off the Williams screen. Had the double team to beat there. Vachon looking to take the ball to the hole. The ball tipped away. He loses control of the ball. And down 3 with possession with 29.1 ticks left in the third. Here come the Bobcats.
Nice defense right there. Good hands by the Bobcats. Jeff, get the ball. Could tie this game up before we go into the fourth quarter if they drain a 3.
Dribble penetration from Joe Blong. He's got Vachon with the foul. Vachon can't believe it, but there's contact there. And Job's going to go to the free throw line with 17.5 left. try and slice into this 3-point deficit.
That's his first personal team foul, number 4 for the Wolves. You know, Job got a nice screen from his teammate right there, Jeff. He's had a good, solid screen, and he could take it to the rack. Even though he got fouled, didn't make it, you got to give your teammate a pat on the backside and say, thanks for that nice screen.
I think it was Ricklefs again.
I think it was, too.
Joe Blong with double figures now. Great job with 16 seconds left. He's just going to casually hound Ramirez on the way down the floor.
They're going to spread the floor out for Ramirez, so they got to talk.
I think they get the ball on the extra pass to Williams for the final shot. And at the end of 3, it's 35-34, Central by 1. Back in a moment for the final 8 right here on Bay County TV.
At Covenant Healthcare, we lead with the most advanced technology. We lead with the most experienced, comprehensive medical and surgical teams. We lead with partnerships to teach our future doctors and with organizations who help us bring world-renowned care close to home. We lead because our patients are at the center of everything we do. Covenant Healthcare, extraordinary care for every generation.
There he is in the corner. He's got that thinking man pose going on right now.
It's like he's coaching still.
Yeah, he's dissecting everything. Tom Sullivan over there, one of the great guys.
The wheels are always turning with him when it comes to sports.
Back into the ball game is Marcotte and Elder for Bay City Central, both with 3 fouls. Ramirez has got Joe Blong on him. Elder has that ball tipped away as Wadaker's all over him. I'm going to tell you what, this has turned into a whale of a ball game.
These guys are getting after it. Big boy basketball going on right now, my friend.
You just got to love it.
Got some good talent down there on the floor.
Elder underneath to Marcotte. He's double teamed. Brian Elder goes back underneath to Marcotte. He's double teamed again. Elder with a nice look to the hole. Gets 3 pieces of iron. Can't get it. Richards going to pick up the foul.
Foul's on Richards, Jeff, just like you said, his second personal team foul, number 5 for Bay City Central.
On that last possession for Central, great offense, great look, just didn't finish.
Yeah, nothing wrong with what they did. Marcotte with a nice pass and just couldn't put it down the hole.
Joe Blong thinking about taking it to the hole. He pulls up from 12, can't get the shot to drop. And Jacobs tipped the ball out of bounds away from number 13, Richard.
Oh, they called a foul. They called a foul on number 5, Nathan Jacobs.
Okay.
His first team foul, number 3. Oh, I thought they were just going to call that out of bounds.
Yep, that's what I thought too. Marcotte has Ricklefs and Ramirez is going to the hole, and you're going to have Joe Blong with a foul and just have that hand extended, and that's all that's going to take. So just that quick, a couple of quickies for the Bobcats, and team foul number 4 on them.
Yep, that's number 2 on Job.
Richard with a nice little step to the hole and a great right-handed finish from the left-hand side for a much-needed Central deuce +3.
Landon's had a nice game tonight, Jeff. Pretty solid, 7 points so far in the ball game. I like the way he plays also.
A lot of people playing their guts out tonight, and that's exactly what these big matchups are about. Richard and Walside fighting for the loose one, and we're going to have Torrey Jackson with a timeout. And he's going to ask for a full. We'll take a break and be back with 6.5 left in the Varsity 4th quarter right here on Bay County TV.
How's married life? Are you ready to have a baby? Baby, baby. How about that baby? Ooh. I'm not getting any younger.
When you are ready. With the only neonatal intensive care unit in the Great Lakes Bay region, Covenant is the safest place for your delivery. Go to mycovenantbaby.com.
There is the brain trust on the John Glenn Bobcat bench, Torrey Jackson. Gotta love the effort his kids have put forth in this game. Down 3 with possession here, 6.5 left in the fourth.
Been a great ball game, Jeff. A little bit less scoring than we thought, but overall, defensively, offensively, been a fun game to be part of.
High energy game.
Yeah.
Rick Leffs has that ball kicked away, and he'll inbound the ball again.
The referee did a nice little dance right there. A little kick. Huh?
I'm going to tell you what, that's Joel Miechek. Joel and I do almost all of the Bangor Rec Saturday leagues. He does a great job as well as I do. Love teaching those kids at the younger age, and he's done a nice job. He does a lot of stuff as I do for the Y League too. So through the winter and the spring, you want to teach those kids how to do it right. Rick Leffs going strong to the hole. Look at that move. Slicing and dicing his way down the hole with a finish with a little kiss off the glass.
And again, Joe Long stepping through the double team, finding Rickless for the easy basket. And don't look now, 37-36, Central up by 1.
Look at that. Marcotte, though, underneath. He takes off at the free throw line. Eye contact, flip that ball up. Nobody's going to get it. He doesn't even bring that down up under his head. He just puts it off the glass softly for 2.
Yeah, nice soft touch.
And again, there's Joe Blong penetrating, but Marcotte cut that path off. Wolfside can't get past Marcotte again. Jacobs back up to Joe Blong with Ramirez on him. Rick Leffs going to try and go with the reverse. And there's going to be a foul. Is that going to be on Elder or Marcotte? Either one of them. That's number 4.
I think that's going to be on
Marcotte.
Marcotte, foul number 4.
Boy, they continue to attack Marcotte, and I like that strategy from Torrey Jackson.
Yeah, you have to. You have to. You know what? And I know what he's thinking right now. Next time down the floor, you know where I'm going. I'm going to challenge him again with
No, you won't,
fouls.
because he's coming out of the game for a minute.
Not for long.
I like your thought process, though, Coach.
Well, if he's in there, I'm going to challenge him. But he's
look where he sits, right next to the brain trust on the bench, Jeff
Man.
Thompson.
The Wolfman.
Jeff says it'll be all right. It'll be fine. As Ramirez gets the second miss, Richard Strong to the hole, and there is a foul on the floor. As with 5:07 left, it'll be Central ball again. Richard with that explosive first step down the baseline.
I like the way that young man plays. He's really improved over the years. Love watching him.
Jacek back up top to Richard. Williams has been quiet since early scoring. Ramirez thought about it for a second. Jacek back around the horn. And Ramirez going strong to the hole. Gets an opportunity to finish.
Good defense,
with a
too.
kiss. Yep.
Great cut. Great back cut. Was overplayed to the high side, cut to the backside. Good pass, good solid.
The recognition of the overplay, though, is what
part
the
of that
difference
offense.
was. Yep.
When you see you're being overplayed, you got a back cut.
Rick Leffs wide up at the top, goes strong to the hole, kisses it off the glass. He knew that Williams was there, and that altered his shot.
Yep.
Jacek wide open from 3. Off the mark, and boy, he was heading back down the floor. He said, that felt so good leaving my hand, but it didn't drop. Here's Rick Leffs as Elder does the verticality defensively, able to get a chunk of the ball. This is a huge possession for both teams, Central offensively and John Glenn defensively, this trip down the floor.
Right halfway right now through the fourth quarter, Jeff. Under 4 minutes.
Richard says, I'm feeling it. Sends it up a little bit strong. Not quite the look that Coach Dube thought that he should get from his kids. Joe Blong's going to reset the show now as he backs it out. Ramirez on him with 3:40 left in the ball game. Joe Blong pulls up from 12. You're going to give him that. He's going to shoot 90%. Great mid-range game. He's got at least a dozen.
Yeah, he's got 12. For the Bobcats, 41-38. Jeff, timeout, 3:29 to go here in the ball game.
We'll take a break and be back in a moment on Bay County TV.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives. including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
Back here on Bay County TV, Jeff Doden, Mike Wisdala along with you. Jared and Natalie Doden on the cameras. And Nick Page producing and directing. Now Natalie's sitting next to me. How about old Jeff Thompson over there? He's cool as a cucumber sitting there going,
You got the best seat in the house.
Yep, I'm just digging the activities here.
You got to write his blog when he gets home tonight.
Richard tried to get that ball down. Look at Elder going up for it.
Big hoop.
Picked it up and dropped it home. Central back up by 5. Joe Blong into the front court. And they're going to get Wallaker for the moving screen.
Foul calling number 23, Gabriel Wallaker of John Glenn.
It's only his second, though.
Yep.
So both teams the rest of the way are going to be shooting free throws. Both teams with 6 team fouls.
Porter's the only one in foul trouble for the Bobcats, Jeff. Nobody else has more than 2.
Strong to the hole. Richard not able to finish as Rickliffs does a nice job on the glass. Joe Blong thought about pulling up for the trifecta. He's saying, I can get a better shot than that out of the offense. You'll love his floor generalship.
Yep.
Rickliffs is going to send it back around. Porter wide open for the 3 ball. Can't get it to drop. Wolfscheid having slipped off his hands after it went through Richard's hands. And it'll be back over. Here comes Marcotte with 2:33 left in the game. Back into the game for Brian Elder.
Here comes the Bobcats in that full court press right now. 1-2-2, 3-quarter. Just kind of slowing the tempo down a little bit, but it's very effective in the first half.
Here comes Marcotte again. They want to get that ball back. Jacek's going to go strong to the hole. Can't get it to drop. Look at Wolfscheid down there with great position.
Great box out by Wolfscheid on the big fella from Bay City Central.
Joe Blong had the double team on him. Gets the ball to Porter. And Job's going to reset the show here with 2:05 left in the ball game. Wolfscheid gets it back to Wallaker, and he's just had Williams all over him tonight. Little floater in the paint, can't get the shot to drop. Richard trying to make something happen, dribbles into a double team, and a steal for John Glenn. Gives them another opportunity. Here goes Rickliffs to the hole. The shot is blocked again. But Wolfscheid gets it, and we're going to have a Williams foul, and they're going to shoot 1-1.
Williams foul number 2, team foul number 7 for the Bay City Central Wolves.
I think you're going to have Richard look back at the game field and went, I'm coming down the floor 1-on-3. We've got a 5-point lead. Maybe I slow that down and get it back to the floor general Ramirez's hands, and he'll walk it up the floor.
Real important right now that the Bobcats make every free throw, every opportunity they get at the free throw line, they've got to put them down. Tough one right there.
As Williams.
Going to have to pick up full court now. Full court man-to-man.
As they'll slide that back to Ramirez, and he gives the ball to Jacek. And again, unless there's something clear-cut with a back door, I'm looking for Central to take some air out of the ball.
We got a little mismatch down low. We got, now we got, big turnover by the Bobcats. For the Bobcats, excuse me.
Joe Blong again uses that great court presence to just slide down. And they've got a mismatch defensively as Richard is now going to be on Joe Blong. Let's see if Job can take advantage of that. He's going to dip and go strong to the hole. The ball tipped away, and it'll go back over to John Glenn. 58.5 ticks left in the game. And the Bobcats have got to score on this offensive possession.
Bobcats score here. Got to call a timeout and set up full court press.
As they get the ball into Wolfscheid. Nice little penetration to the hole. Marcotte comes from the backside. It says, get that weak stuff out of here.
He came all the way from the backside up by the free throw line.
Hey, there's a fourth official down in the stands right now.
Oh, there is. I see him. He just made a great call right there.
Well, that looks like somebody very familiar to us from the football team.
Oh, that's right.
As they slide it back. They've got to get a shot off here fairly quick. Strong to the hole. into the middle of a triple team. Joe Blanc can't make it happen. Marcotte's got to get rid of that ball because they're going to foul him. And you want Ramirez to have his hands on the ball as much as you can down the stretch because he is the ice water in the veins free throw shooter.
Yep. Now you're going to get some shooters into the ball game for the Bobcats, Jeff. Porter and number 4, Jonathan Marsh, and get some shooters in there. And then if you make it, call the timeout and get your defensive players back on the floor. Looking down the road a little bit.
Free throw is no good. Porter with a big-time rebound. Bobcats got to fight offense down the floor this time. 31 ticks left in the ball game. Porter had Marcotte on him. Joe Blanc going strong to the hole. Can't get the shot to drop. And the rebound to Brian Elder. And then they're forced at that point to foul Elias Ramirez, and that is not the way that you wanted that sequence to go.
Yeah, he's a good free throw shooter. That foul is on number 4 for the Bobcats. Marsh, that's his first personal team foul, number 8 at the line for the Wolves, the senior Ramirez. He's shooting 1-on-1.
He's about as close to Otto and Maddox as Central has.
Yep. He's got 7 so far for tonight's game.
Boy, and he really bends forward at the line there, too. You can tell that the first one, he looked like he lost balance, and Coach Dube wanted a timeout, but he didn't get it in time. And there is Wallaker for a 3-ball. Can't get it to drop. And now with 12 seconds left, Ramirez is going to come into the front court and just run out the rest of the ball game. Has a slam at the end for an exclamation point, and that won't make the Bobcats real happy, but that's all there is.
There isn't any more.
The final score in our ball game, 47-38. We are going to, Torrey Jackson's going to take his team off the floor and not even do the congratulatories. And I'll tell you what, he is not pleased with the way that thing ended, and I can fully understand that. We'll take a break and be back with our post-game show in a moment on Bay County TV.
So your car is getting towed and you're not sure where to take it? Try Village Towing and Auto Repair. Our expert mechanics are here to help assist you with all your repair needs. We have over 30 years of experience with motor vehicles, so you know you're getting the best work that you can find. Stop by the shop at 2377 South Huron Road in Coquitlam or give us a call at 989-684-9607.
Back with the post-game show here on Bay County TV. Jeff Doan and Mike Wisdala along with you. This was a fun game. This went down. The Bobcats were within a basket and with the last 2 minutes in a position to win the game. They just couldn't make it happen offensively, and Central finished at the line.
Yeah, it was a nice effort on the defensive end tonight, Jeff. You know, when we came into this game, 47-38 was the final score. But, you know, you and I talked before the game, we were looking maybe 65, 70 going up and down the floor. But defense was the key tonight. Bobcats had a lot of opportunity, just couldn't finish. But they played hard, and they showed that they got some defense. Wallaker with 14, Joe Blanc with 13.
Well, Joe Blanc was huge in the ballgame once he started to dribble penetrate. Yep. Really got John Glenn back in the rhythm offensively.
Yeah, he had a nice little stretch there where he made 6 points straight in there in the first half, came alive in the second half. Wallaker did a nice job playing also. Jeff, he hits those outside shots. You know, and size-wise, the Bobcats were a little smaller, but really did a nice job boxing out and doing some nice things defensively.
They did a tremendous job on the glass.
They did.
Boxing out. But I'll still tell you, when you're looking at Williams, you're looking at Elder, and you're looking at Marcotte underneath, they altered a lot of shots tonight that John Glenn tried to take to the hole.
Well, you know, you got 6'9", 6'6", 6'5". That's a big lineup on the back end. And what I liked about what the Bobcats did, they challenged those big guys and went after them. But, you know, Marcotte got 21. He was high for the Bay City Central Wolves. But, you know, they did a nice job. They played solid defense. They shot the ball really well. And when they got to the free throw line, Marcotte, Richards, I really like the way that young man played tonight for Bay City Central, too.
Holding another opponent under 40 points.
Yeah.
the defense from Coach Dube, he's got to be smiling.
Yeah, he's feeling pretty good about his team this late into the season, and with all the things with the weather and the closing of schools, he's got to feel pretty confident going into the district tournament. He's got most of his games are left on the road, so that's going to be a good test for him. But I like the way they play. They get up and down the floor, but they run. When they run, they look good. But tonight they couldn't run. They played a little half court and they still won the game. That's huge.
Well, I'm going to tell you, it was fun watching this double dip tonight, but it was even more fun having my brother back at my side. Coach, it was great. I know that TJ did a great job while you were gone, but be it ever so humble, there's no place like home and having you right next to me.
Well, I want to thank TJ for filling in for me, Jeff. That was awful nice of him. And, I watched you guys. You did a great job. It was fun listening to you and watching the games, and I appreciate all your before I forget, I was kind of laid up. We had some bad weather. I want to thank you and Jared for coming over and helping me with some snow. And, I'll pay it back, but I really appreciate your efforts, you and Jared, for helping me when I was laid up there for those 5 weeks.
You are worthy, fine sir.
Thank you, my friend. I appreciate it.
That about puts the wraps on tonight's show. I'm Jeff Doan along with Mike Wisdala, Jared and Natalie Doan on the cameras, Nick Page producing and directing. This is the regular season finale for us for winter sports. We're going to get together in a week or so and put together what we hope is a big spring, but
where'd that
this
go?
thing went poof.
Like it always does, and we think we're going to have a really good softball, spring baseball schedule, so it's going to be a lot of fun. So I'm looking forward to maybe we even get a chance to go over to that beautiful Dow Diamond and do some baseball games over there.
An awful nice, damper Valentine's red today. I tried to follow suit with my Irving R. Levine look, but
you look good.
Thanks for being with us tonight. Have a great night, and we'll talk to you soon.
We'll see you next time.